So let me just go to the first question right away. Let me start. Uh, how can renewable energy contribute to sustainable development? Let me start with you, Edwin. For your company itself, how does it contribute to this SDG sustainable development goals? Emir.
You want to go with me?
Yeah. Continuation because.
Sure. So what we do at Resync, we enable companies or the renewable energy asset owners to utilize their energy efficiently. So basically, 30 years ago, people started to install solar. There was a solar boom, especially in Europe, where people started to manufacture solar panels and distribute it very, very broadly across everyone. But it's not about just manufacturing and installing solar. It's about how to utilize, because when you're installing the solar energy asset, you are installing it for the next 20, 25 years. So you have to ensure that your solar asset are running for the next 20 years, are running for the next 25 years in the most efficient manner, because that will determine your payback period of upfront investment that you have made into your renewable energy asset. But at the same time, it will determine how longer you can your energy assets can run. And what we help to do to our customers, we ensure that not just day by day or week by week, minute by minute, we are tracking how their energy assets are performing, whether there is any degradation, whether there is any improvement that need to be done, whether there is any cleaning that need to be done, and whether there is anything that we can optimize on. So we ensure that our customers are running at the top and at the peak of their energy efficiency. And the beauty of our solution, that there is no any human interaction. It's fully done by the automation.
Yeah. But in the beginning, it cannot be. Hello?
Yeah.
Well, in the beginning, you have to educate the market, right?
Of course. So I think the biggest, same for Resync, and I think same for Edwin, it's not about, people are aware. So we're at the stage where people are aware about solar energy, people are aware about energy efficiency, but they don't know the details. So whenever we come home, we just press our buttons and the light comes up. We switch it off and it comes down. We start up our washing machine or microwaves, it's just running. But we don't really think about how do we run it, how it's run. Is it run by something that is basically sustainable, or is it run by the gas turbines, or it's run by the coal power plants? So what we help to do is not to ensure the customers have the most efficient energy efficiency, but throughout our platform, we educate the end customer at the same time. We showcase to them how much of the energy that they use are sustainable, how much of the carbon reduction they made, and it's a natural it's a human nature. Basically, whenever I see that I'm contributing to the society and I'm not doing really much, but I'm just being careful with how I use my energy or with my behavioral change, people are more happy to do so. And that's why we see more people, going out, voting for renewables, trying to be more sustainable, and etc.
Okay, understood. Thank you, Emir. Edwin, how about you? I mean, it's quite clear because just the name of the company is already Xurya, so it's like Xurya it's like solar. So, but I mean, like, just explain it a bit. I mean, do you do any of that educating of the market about the sustainability when you meet with customers?
Oh man, you have to. You definitely have to. Probably not as much right now, but back in 2018 when we first founded Xurya, there was a lot of effort being spent on public awareness of educating people about the technical stuff and the economics of a solar power. Definitely, we even have to educate our the engineering and procurement and construction partners on how to install properly, because a lot of people don't really install properly, a lot of details missed, and then in the end their whatever is being installed was not worthy of 30-year investment. So I think our philosophy when we first founded Xurya was to establish or like to help like accelerate a renewable energy ecosystem. That's how like I kind of like put it. So we don't want to be someone who just like built as many like a rooftop solar as possible. We actually like actively talk with like people in the Renewable Energy Society to like raise awareness of like how important like being renewable is. We also like I said, like we don't have like our own like a construction company. We actually like look for partners for like constructions, installations, and all that. And we do work really closely with them. We treat them like partners because we realize that the only way like a Xurya can grow, the only way that this renewable energy can like take flight in Indonesia is if those construction companies, the EPCs, are doing well and like earn like their place like in the ecosystem too. So yeah, I mean like we did like a lot of like those during like the first year, especially, still continuing now. But we had to like educate like the public and like even like some of the players when we like first established like this. And I think we can see like the impact now. It's easier for us to like get project. I mean, it may sound like, okay, is it just like you are getting better in selling? No, actually no, because like when we first like found the Xurya, we got like a really basic questions like, if you have a cloud passing through like the solar panel, does it mean like the solar panel gonna turn off? Yes, of course. And like how does it? How do you make sure that like our supply of electricity is not interrupted? Well, it's like in parallel with like the state-owned utility, so like you will never like get like a shutdown or anything or interruption. So we have to like educate like all the technical details and like everything else, the legal frameworks too. It is now like illegal to have like a rooftop solar in Indonesia since like 2018, and like a lot of people were not aware of it, and like we had to educate a lot of people on that too. So yeah, I think like we had to like spend a lot of time on like public education, and now like I think like we can see that like the renewable energy sector in Indonesia is definitely much more healthy than like about 2 years ago.
So were you referring to the questions from Prana Sinamo about do you guys face difficulties related to government regulations related to implementing the solar energy?
Sorry, there's a question somewhere. Oh, I see. The difficulties related to government regulations related to. So far, not really. I mean, like we've been like riding like pretty smoothly. Basically, like the Peraturan Menteri, which is like a ministerial decree, if you want to put it that way in English, that basically gives a really good like a legal background on like and like a list of like a to do and not to do when installing like a rooftop solar. I'm not talking about like the ground mounted like a solar like a farm, just like a rooftop solar. And like so far, it's very effective. Implementation on the grounds are getting much better too. There are some PLNs, like the state-owned company for the utilities, PLN branches that still probably like don't really understand like the essence of it. And whenever like that happens, like we always like just sit down together with them and like bring the slides that was provided for everyone by like the Minister of Energy and what is it, ESDM, and usually it works. So far, I would rate it out of 100 being easy, 0 being really hard. It's probably like around 75-ish. I wouldn't call it like a big impediment to like rooftop solar in Indonesia.
Edwin, regulation-wise, would you say right now is more friendly towards what you're doing?
Definitely.
Compared to like 2 years ago?
Definitely. So say like it's by late 2018. So we were established like in mid 2018. By late of 2018, the first law came into effect. Basically, it gives a legal background or like a legal foundation for installing like a rooftop solar in Indonesia. It's perfectly legal. They give like the boundaries and whatnot. And then by 2019, mid-2019, there were, I believe, 3 revisions. All 3 of them make it even easier for like clients, private clients, to have like a rooftop solar in Indonesia. And I think like a lot of people in renewable energy sector right now are waiting for a new bill about renewable energy projects in Indonesia. So this is not specifically for rooftop solar, but more all-encompassing, including like those, say, the big like solar farms that will provide electricity to PLMs and all that. That was supposed to come out in late Q1 2020, if I remember correctly, but because of COVID and whatnot, I heard like it will be pushed back to like October, mid-October-ish. So hopefully when that comes out, it will become even better, easier for us to like get like a source of renewable energy in Indonesia.
Okay, thank you, Edwin. Before I hand over to my brother, we would like to invite anyone who wants to ask any questions. You can ask the questions on the chat on the left bottom corner. So hand over to Ardi.
What are the challenges in building your company and its products? Let's start with Edwin.